In this video, we are going to build this hero section right here using Next.js and the Magic UI. So let me show you what the demo look like. So when you do use a refresh, so you can see we have a really nice animations and all of this component for you. It look really cool and everything is pre-built for you and it's free on the Magic UI. And as you can see right here. So I'm going to show you how you can put everything together by using the Magic UI component and to build something like this. Okay, and also for this project right here as well, we're gonna also support the dark mode and the light mode as well. And right now maybe I can change this one to the dark mode, and you will see that it's going to look something like this on the dark mode. All right, so let's start coding. All right, so right here I have my Next.js boilerplate. So what we're gonna do next is to install the Magic UI inside our project. So for that, we can go into the Next.js Magic UI, and we can go into the installation, choose Next.js, and you can copy this command right here. So the first command right here, just run your Next.js project. And so I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to run this one right here. So what this command will do, it will install the Magic UI, like init Magic UI, and also it's init the Shadcn for you as well. So right now we're going to choose the default. I'm going to choose this color right here. I'll press yes. And so right now it's going to create the component JSON. And if you look at the component JSON, as you can see, it's having like the Shadcn for you already as well. So which is really nice. I think that pretty much it for the installation. If you look at the package, it also installed the frame emotion, the Lucid React right here, which is this one is for icons. So all right, so right now it's all good to go. So the next step that I'm going to do is to enable the dark modes and inside our project, so we can see when the dark mode and the light mode, what's going to happen. And so for that, we can go to Shadcn documentation, and we can go to the dark mode. We choose Next.js, and we're going to copy and run this command right here, which install the next theme. Let's just make sure I copy this one. I'm using with npms. Okay. Then I can just run this one. So next, what we have to do is just create a file and copy this code right here. So I'm going to copy this code and go to components. And I think I have my previous folder right here. Maybe I can remove it. And in component right here, I'm going to create the themes.provider.tsx, and I can just paste everything right here. And after this, we can go to the layout, and then we can wrap it around children. So we can import theme provider, and then we can put our children inside right here. So we also need to pass the attribute, as you can see on the documentation. I'm just going to copy everything from here. And then the next one is going to be suppression hydration warning. This one, save it. Then for the initial theme, I'm going to, so for the default theme right here, the use system, I am going to use as a dark mode. So I wanted to start with the dark mode, and later on we can toggle and change, see which one that we want. And also if you look at the code right here, it also gives you the code to do the toggle as well. But for now, I'm just going to keep sticking with this one. Right now, if we go back to our application, if we refresh this one, and it looks something like this. And right now, let's go into our page and start to remove everything. I'm going to run this one and let's save it. And as you can see, right now it looks something like this. Great. So the next step that we're going to do is to install the component from the Magic UI. So the first component that we're going to install and add to our project is the particle, that it looks something like this. So all we have to do is just call this command. So I'm choosing with npms. And let's just run this one. And so for that, we have this component. So I'm going to create a new component right here called the hero. So because we're going to focus on the hero section, so I wanted to put all the component that related to hero section inside here. So this one, I'm going to call this one is the hero particle. Maybe we can just do like this one, hero particle.tsx. And then we can run a snippet. And then we can come back. And then we can go to the code and we can copy everything right here. So right now, I'm going to replace this, copy this. Look like we have some error. So all I need to do is just export default right here. And also I need to change the name as well. So for this name, we're going to do hero particle as well. I think for this particle right here, for if you are wanted to use this one for the other components, other place as well, you can name it differently because I name hero particle, so it tied to the heroes only. So, but you can use it anywhere, but it's just like the naming convention right here. Right now we have the hero particle. We can go into our hero sections, and I'm going to create a new component called the hero. Maybe I can create an index.tsx right here. But for this one, I'm going to name this one the hero section. Okay. And then for this one is going to import the hero particle. I'm going to do the control dot, which is going to auto import for me. And then I'm going to go into the page and I'm importing the hero section right here. Right now I can just do control dot again. Then my tech editor pick it up and auto import for me. And then if we go back to our demo right here, so as you can see right now we render the particle, which is really nice. Right now we need to change style a little bit because this is not what we want. And if we go back to the hero particle, as you can see for this text we can remove because we don't want it. And for the height right here, I want to take the entire height, which is the height to screen. So we can do something like this. And right now, as you can see, we have to refresh. So since this is a Canva, so right now, as you can see, it takes the entire screen. Great. And go back to our hero sections. We want to write something that on top of this particle. So for example, if I have the hello right here, so it will be on top. It will be another component, and it's not on top of this particle. So what we can do is to make this one is relative, and whatever that component that we want to be on top, we can do like an absolute on top of that. Okay, for this one, we can do a div right here, and then we can do the absolute top 0 with full height to screen. We need to make sure that this is height screen as well. And then all we have to do now is just create this one. So if you refresh this one, it's not seeing. Maybe we can adding the Z index so that it should be appear. So as you can see right now, it's on top of the particle. So we can add more component and add more on right here. Great. So right now, what we need to do next is to add more components and progress with our hero section. So I'm going to create the text right here. So we gonna have, right now I'm just gonna do the text first, and later on we can do some styling and change it a bit. So for this tag, I'm gonna use with lorem. So I'm gonna choose go to lorem sums, and then for example, maybe we can add like a little bit longer for this one. Make sure I do this one, and then I'm gonna copy the other. It's like our lorem text right here, this one right here. Okay. If we go back, we should be able to see something like this. So I wanted to move everything into the center. So for that, we can, I think we can do is to flex item center and then justify to center. And then we want this one to be flexible since it's on top of each other. Really nice. I think I missed one more is button, but later we can add it later. Great. Right now, let's style this one. So for this one, we can use one of the component from Magic UI with this one right here. And if you look, as you can see, it's really have a really good animation, this one. So for that, we can just copy this one, this command, and then we can just run it. And then I think we need to add, okay, this is really nice because we don't need to add config anything. Just copy this one, come back to our code, and we can replace what we have with this one right here and to the text right here as well. And then we can do the auto import. And then if we go back, okay, and there you go. So right now, as you can see, it looks really nice. And one of the things like when you do with this one is that when it's going to the screen, this one right here. So as you can see, it's not really responsive. That is one of the biggest concern if you're using this one. Make sure you go with the device. For example, this one, it's not responsive at all. So for that, we can change, first we can change the fonts to like 3XL. So this is good. So right now it's responsive almost all of the device. This is okay. But for some time, for example, if your tag is very long, so for example, if I add more right here, and it's really hard to make this component responsive because if you go into the way that it's rendered, it's do like looping on each letter of the word. So, and if you, for example, willing to like adding like the long text to this one, I would suggest you to cut it and then create another component that's into that. So for example, this one, so right now it will, instead of before, it's gonna into these two separate texts right here. Okay. And but on the larger screen, it will look something like this. So you can do, for example, you can do like flex things around, flex between these two. So maybe I can show you. We can do like class name, and then we can do flex right here. And so this is in one line in case you want it to be in one line. Right, so this is like a small tip like for you if you are using this one with a really long text. I think maybe we can remove this one as of now. Great. And then there you go. So for this text right here, I'm going to make this one to text XL. And for text this one, we're going to do text gray to 400. And then we're going to add some spacings around this. So I'm going to do like space Y to 5. And there you go. So maybe like the text right here, you can limit on like how long is the text, because the more that you add the text, the longer it takes. So you can see it take longer like this. And so what we can do is to like limit the width. I'm gonna set the width right here is like 40 rams. And then I'm gonna do the text of this one to center. And then what we can do for this one is to, let's see, what's L do we want? I think we need to do from XL up. We can do like that. Maybe XL or LG. We can do, we save this one and we can go to make sure that it is responsive on the smaller screen. Okay, that's good. And there you go. All right, that's great. Nice. And I think for the light mode, maybe we can focus on the dark mode later. We can, when we switch, and then we can change it later. Okay, so right now let's try to refresh this one again. We have this really nice animation. Let's try to do the animation for this one as well. For this one, we can do with the motions. So since we already installed the motions from the Framer motion, so we can do import motion from the Framer motion. We access to this value. And right now we can do the initials. And then we can do the opacity is to 0. And the Y of this one is going to be, let's say I wanted to animate from bottoms to like from bottom to top. So I do initial Y5. And then this is going to be animate. Opacity is to 1. And then the Y of this one is going to go to 0. So if we go back right now, I see. So since we use the frame motion in Next.js, so we need to convert this component into the use client instead. If you can see right now, we have it's happened really fast. We can add some animation like delay on this one. So we can do transitions, and then we can do delay of this one to 0.5. Maybe it's accept as a number, not a string. So we can see, and 0.5 later disappear. Really nice. All right, that's looking good. So we need to add more item into here. So the next item is going to be the bottom right here, which is this one. Let's try to install it. I'm going to copy this one and go into install this one. And for this, the motion right here, actually like Magic UI also have the component for you. So if you go into the fade, so like the text animation, like the fade text right here, they have for you as well in case if you wanted to use it. But I'm showing the example right here in case if you want to customize and do your own things for the text animation, because this is really easy to implement. Look like our installation is complete for this bottom right here. Let's try to use it and see what happens. What do we need to add? So all we need to add is just this one. I'm just going to copy and paste everything here and add it right over here. And we're going to do auto import. And if you look at the thing that we need to do is just adding this keyframe and animation to our tailwind config. Let's copy this one, go into the tailwinds config and find the animation. So this is animation. So you can find we have existing animation right here. So we can go below that and paste this. And same thing for the keyframe. So we just copy the whole things Make sure I copy the right stuff. Copy this. This is the keyframe. I just paste this one right here. So it look like I'm copy, yeah, this one right here. Nice. So right now, if we're going back, we should be able to see some things. There you go. Okay. We happen to have this one. It's not looking really good on the dark mode, but I think it's fine on this one. If let's see this one right here, where is it? So this is on the light mode. If we go to preview, it's look good, but on the dark mode, it looks something like this. It is fine. I think for me, this is acceptable. Let's go to the hero sections index right here. I wanted to add this one a little bit bigger because it's very close to each other. And for this one, I'm going to change the content. So this is going to be the contacts us. And also I need another icon, which is going to be move up, right? Not really sure, not if I remember correctly. You can go to Lucid Div, go to icons, and you find the arrow. I'm going to do the arrow right here. So this is what I want. Copy this one, copy this, and then paste it right here. I'm going to do control dot. So hopefully it's auto import for me. Very nice. For shadow right here, maybe I don't want this. I'm going to remove the shadow. Now it looks something like this. This one needs to be text to white when it's dark. When it's on the dark mode, we need to do this one. And then for this one, let's do gap of this one to 5. Maybe 2 is fine. So we don't want it to be very big from each other. Okay. So right there you go. And then, yeah, I think this is fine. Try to refresh this one. So we need to do some animation into this one as well. So for this, we add like a motion.div and do the motions.div right here. We can just copy this, wrap it around this one right here. Okay. All we have to do, we can just copy and paste this one. So for this one, you can create like a reusable component that you can tweak the value that you want. And right now, if you can see, so both of this one is going to come up right here. Okay, very nice. All right, so that's good. I think we almost finished. I think what we need to add next is this one right here on top of our text. So let's just copy this one. And most of the thing that we do here, just copy and paste and configure. I copied the wrong things. Just do this one. And then we need to add some animation and things like that as well. Let's do that first. Let's do the animations. Go to Tailwind config and go into the animation right here, the keyframes. This is the keyframe. You go to animation. I'm going to paste on top here. And then the keyframe, this one right here. So this is the keyframe. So I paste this one. It's all good to go now. Then let's go to the code. Let's copy it. So all we need to copy, I would say we just only need this part. I'm going to copy this part right here. Yes, because the other than that is everything else. Let's go to index and go on top of our text right here. Let's do this one. I'm going to click this. It should auto import for me, both of this one as well. And you can do like introduce things, whatever your logo things is. So since we do with lorem, I'm going to do with at lorem right here, introducing lorem. Right now, if we go back, there you go. Right now, it's looks something like this one. I think for the font right here, I don't really like this font. Let's try to change the font a bit. So for the font, I'm using this bricolage right here. Hopefully I spell it right. This one. And then we can, replace this. We change from enter to this one. And then we need to remove enter. Right now, let's take a look. Okay, this is look a lot better. I really like this font. I'm not sure, maybe if this is readable. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. So next, we're gonna add this component to our project as well to display the text stack or whatever that we wanted to use. And then let's go and copy this one right here. And then, as you can see, all copy and paste. Go to animation. Let's copy this. Go Tailwind config. And where's the animations? Animation bottom. Okay, nice. And then we copy the keyframe right here, which I think around this one right here. Yeah. this one, and we go below this. Yeah, we need to do outside here. All right, that's great. So right now we have this component. Let's try to use it. So to use this, it's really easy. So all you need to do is just go into this one, just copy this code right here, and then go into the sections, the hero sections. This is going to be the below. What I want this one is I want it to at the bottom of our page. So maybe we can do like the position absolute into the bottom of our page. So let's do that. I'm going to put it outside right here. I'm going to do the auto import. Let's do control that. Hopefully that this one, nice. And all we have to do is just adding the text. So for example, if you're using the text right here, I'm going to add more text. Let's say Next.js. Right now, let's use only 2 of this. And so as you can see, we have this one. It looks really nice. Not really nice, but it's nice. And then all we have to do is just right now position this one. So what we can do is do class names absolute. Then we're gonna do bottom 0, width to full, and there we go. So maybe I can do like the BGY to see that is it working or not. Okay, that's working. And then we can remove this one. Okay, I think for this one I want to max width of this one to 7 XLs only. Max width 7 XL. I'm gonna do the MX to auto, so to make it to the center. Let's do it. Let's do the BG. Let's say white again. Okay, look like it's not working. Okay, maybe I need to do this one. Max width 7 XLs. Not working. The bottom 0, and maybe I can wrap this one around this, and then we can add like something like this one to the class name of this one. Okay, max. Okay, maybe I misspelled the max width right here. I think it will work on this one. So hopefully, because I don't want to add an extra div to this. Okay, max width this one. Refresh. Okay, it's working. It's worked. Let this one. And there you go. So you can see like the text right here, it's moving from this one because we need more text. So like, for example, I'm adding more into this one, and you will see that it takes the entire space of this one. So right now it looks something like this. So you can customize this one. So for example, you can increase the text size or whatever. Let's say maybe text to algae on this one. Okay, that's good. And so what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to add the motion, frame of motion animation to this one as well. Or what we can do is just only add the motion.div, and then we can copy everything that we have here. And then, so this is going to be the same. So it's going to go from the bottoms to top, and there you go. Okay, so we have this one. So it's not, okay, I see that. Maybe we shouldn't do on this div though. We can move it out. We can wrap around another div. Yes, we can do like the div right here, and we can do something like this. So the reason is that we can have like, you can see there's some scroll bar that's happening. Maybe if I move to this one, hopefully there's no scroll bar. So motion.div, we add this one. I'm going to remove this one, just a div only, not the motions. And then, okay, I would say that since this is like make the scroll bar, since this, if you make it longer, so it's okay. So since we have only one page, and when on this one we have a scroll bar, I think we can change our Y to on top instead. So when it's on top, so you can see it's moving like this. Okay, we have like a tweak sidebar right here, which I don't really like. Maybe I can move the bottom right here to the 10s. So, and then we can do right here. There you go. So right now there's no annoying scroll bar on the right side. And I forgot to do this one as well. I'm just going to copy and paste these things. For our text right here, we're going to wrap this one around our div. the motion. This is going to be motion.div. Copy paste this one and put our text. So for this one, we're going to do from the top to bottom. So which is going to be -y. Yeah, so this one is right now, it's from top to bottom. The other is like from this to this. Okay, I think we almost finished. So the last one is just adding our navbar. So our navbar is going to be another component. I can create an outside the hero. We can call this one the navbar.tsx, and then we can call this one right here. And the navbar is going to be really simple. We can have our navbar. So the navbar position is going to be fixed positions, top 0, width full. And then we can have another div that inside of that, which is going to be max width to 7 pixels. And let's say height of this one to 16. And let's see, MX to auto to make the thing into the center. Right now, let's do the BG Y to make sure that this is visible. Let's use this one and import it in our page navbar. If we do, oopsie. Okay, and then we can do control that. It's auto import for me. We going back, as you can see, there's no navbar right here. I would say that we need to add like the Z index on this one. There you go. So right now the navbar is on top. Next, what we have to do is just create the text or your logo or whatever, like your image right here. And our logo is going to be this guy. So we can just copy this. Hopefully there's no spacing between this. Okay, it's really annoying what's happening here. And then what I need to do is just to make the fonts bold. Font, not text, like fonts bold. Maybe text of this one to algae. I need to remove the BGY right here. Now it looks something like this. So we can do flex item center and then justify this one to between. So since we do between, so we need another components of the tag right here. Link href this one to something, let's say about us. Okay. And then we can do with the about us. Or since we already have like the contact right here, we don't want another about us right here. And this one is not going to be bold. And maybe you can change this one to, like, say, for example, the maybe not algae, just base. So it's going to be small, something like this. So you can change this navbar to customize what you want. And I think one last thing on this one, I don't want it to be really text white. Maybe I want it to be a little bit gray on this one. Let's do the text gray. This one, let's do 500. It's too dark. Let's do 300. Yeah, I mean 300 is it's fine. Okay, maybe let's try to do it again. Okay, we have this one. The last thing that I need to do is just need to do the motions for this guy as well. So motions.nav. And then we need to convert this one into the use client. And then we also need to import the motion from the frame emotions. Okay, great. And then we can just come back to our index right here. We can just copy the existing one right here. Then for this one, -5. Okay, delay, that's good. If we do this, there you go. If we want, we can do something like, so this one is go first. So let's say 0.5. And I think the last of this 3 right here, this maybe we can do like 0.6 on this one. And this one is 0.6 as well. So this is like 0.6 as well. And there you go. So this one is coming first, and then we coming from the bottom later. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Right now, make sure that everything is responsive for this page right here. Look like we have some, okay. Yeah, we need for the navbar, or we need to adding like some padding to this one. So for example, when the sum up, we can do like P5, and as I'm up we can do like P0. There you go. And right, I think before lastly we need to check if when we go to the light mode, is it okay or not. So this is gonna go to light mode, refresh this one. There you go. On the light mode is look much better, but for the font right here we need to make it more readable. For example, this one. Let's go into this, and then we're gonna change this one. So this is like on dark, this is what it look like, but on this one we can do like text gray to 400, I guess, maybe like 600. Let's try 500 first. Okay, 500 is looking good. I think same things for our paragraph right here as well. This one we do text gray, this, but on the dark. This is for the dark only, but for the light mode we're gonna do text gray, this one to 500. Now it's look consistent on this one. Yeah, I think this is looking good. We try to refresh this one, everything is fine. All right, and everything is responsive as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really enjoy using the Magic UI, and so you can right now go and play around, check out all of the component and try to come up with your own design and try to build this one. So there's a lot of iterations to like get my final UI right here. So far I really like this UI, and yeah, so hopefully you learned something and you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments like what you want me to build with the Magic UI, or any existing UI that you wanted me to build. You can link it, and then I will try to convert that UI for you, and hopefully I can do that. But yeah, let me know in the comment what you think, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you in the next video.